Hey everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have some shocking news about Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young. You think you know the story. Moon Jae-young finally speaks out on CHAEUNWO's scandal, and you won't believe what she said. But first, before we dive in, please subscribe for the latest real-time updates on your favorite K-drama stars, because what follows will leave you speechless. The moment the story broke, the world held its breath. Moon Jae-young, the radiant presence whose performances have always suggested poise, confidence, and quiet strength, has finally broken her silence. For weeks, rumors swirled, headlines exploded, and fans watched with bated breath. Could she possibly address such a scandal? Was she even connected? Now the moment has come. Moon Jae-young speaks, and we are here to report every nuance, every implication, every trembling inflection in her voice. In her statement, first released via her agency's official channel, then picked up by every outlet in the industry, Moon Jae-young used measured tones but spoke with unmistakable clarity. She opened by acknowledging the gravity of the situation, expressing deep sadness over how events have unfolded, and she asked for understanding and compassion for everyone involved, including those whose voices have not yet been heard. Her words were carefully chosen. There was no sensationalism, yet every word carried weight. I want you to picture it. The screen goes live, her face illuminated by soft studio lighting. She meets the camera's lens, and you sense the sincerity in her eyes. She says, quietly, "I am deeply distressed by recent events concerning Cha Eun-woo." Pause. Then, "I understand that as someone who is publicly associated, by way of friendship or prior collaborations, with him, people may turn to me for commentary." Pause. You feel the measured pace, her breathing steady, her tone calm and collected. You're hanging on each syllable. However, she continues, "I have not previously been aware of or involved in the matters that are now in question. My connection with him has always been professional and cordial, but I was never privy to the personal or private circumstances that are now the focus of public debate." Again a pause, and the weight of that pause resonates. It's quiet, but it speaks volumes. She goes on, "I would never condone behavior that is harmful to others, especially when it emerges without warning or transparency." She uses the phrase harmful behavior, not naming specifics, but it signals exactly what people now understand, that the scandal may touch on actions or accusations that go beyond rumor. By shunning specificity, she remains tactful while still aligning herself with moral clarity. Her voice is even, but you can sense the quiet strength behind it. She continues, "I stand for respect, empathy, and accountability. It's in that spirit that I encourage any conversation to be truthful, to be directed at healing, and to ensure that anyone who has been affected is given a path to support and resolution." You feel the firmness in those words, but also the compassion. This is not just damage control, it's a carefully constructed stance offering both moral solidarity and distance. Moments later, the agency posts an extended note to clarify, she will cooperate with any process, provide facts to investigators, and stands ready to assist in getting to the truth. She reiterates, it's not about denial, nor absolution, it's about clarity, justice, and accountability. That sentence becomes a ripple across social media, shared, commented on, dissected, yet she never wavers. The tone never becomes defensive, instead, it's measured and resolute. Fans react, hearts pour in. On one side, those who choose to believe in her sincerity post messages, "Moon Jae-young is pure light, thank you for speaking from the heart, your voice matters." On another, skeptics question whether this is a tactic, a strategic pause, but her words resist cynicism. She anticipated that, and she delivered with a formality that even critics acknowledge as controlled and credible. Media pundits begin dissecting the phrasing. She said she wasn't privy. That's a significant word, one analyst says. It doesn't say, "I didn't know," it says, "I wasn't privy," a legal-sounding distinction. Others highlight harmful behavior, empathy, accountability, and cooperate with any process. These are not empty platitudes. They are carefully chosen terms that map onto public expectations for contrition and action. Another pundit notes that she has not invoked legal counsel, nor hinted at litigation, nor has she offered full denials or defenses. Instead, she seems to foster openness. That shift reframes the narrative. Rather than an active defense, this appears as an invitation to transparency. In the delicate balance between support and separation, she lands squarely in the middle, standing with empathy but aligned with truth. The statement continues, "I ask for privacy for the individuals indirectly affected, including those within my own circle, who are navigating uncertainty and pain right now." That request tugs at the heartstrings. She isn't just protecting herself, she's protecting others, unnamed, vulnerable. That phrasing, "within my own circle, navigating uncertainty and pain," tells us she cares about the human beings behind the headlines, the unnamed staff, the friends, the insiders caught in limbo. Even the media's tone shifts when covering her statement, from sensational headlines to more neutral, respectful reportage. Moon Jae-young distances herself, expresses empathy, reads one headline. Refuses to comment on details, says another, tempered note. Analysts comment that her response may be a model for future public statements. Neither combative nor evasive, but empathetic and measured. Moments later, talk shows replay the statement, break it down phrase by phrase. Some fans count red flag words, others tweet hour-long threads interpreting her tone and cadence. But what becomes clear is this: Moon Jae-young offered something rarely seen, a public response that is both emotionally intelligent and politically savvy. She didn't look to sensationalize. She didn't look to absolve or distance herself too clearly. She sought balance, recognition that something serious happened, empathy for those affected, reassurance that she is not complicit, and a promise, subtle but unmistakable, to participate in the process. In the days following, clips of her statement go viral. Twitter amplifies "I stand for respect, empathy, and accountability." TikTok remixes her words into slow, echoing voiceover clips over soft visuals. Instagram highlights the sentence, "It's not about denial, nor absolution, it's about clarity, justice, and accountability." In K-drama fan communities, speculation flies. But many point back to her words and tone and say, that's how a public figure should speak when events spiral beyond control. As the dust settles, the statement continues to be examined. A few days after the initial release, her agency sends a short update. Moon Jae-young is grateful for the thoughtful responses. She is focusing on her ongoing projects, and remains committed to clarity and accountability. No further statement is planned at this time. That final line, "no further statement is planned at this time," sparks debate. To some, it means closure. To others, it means caution. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for updates. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to treat every voice with care, even, or especially, in the heart of scandal.